What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30k and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. Plenty of free crypto and goodies down there. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and this is probably because you haven't hit the bell icon. Thank you again for all your support. The algorithm is slamming a lot of content creators right now, so we really appreciate all your support. And we're so proud of the amazing community that we built, so make sure to jump into the Telegram and the free Discord. So we're just taking a look at Elrond here, and as we can see, it looks as, on a macro timescale, things are looking excellent, aren't they? Let's be honest. Massive run up. Big correction, massive run up, big correction, and if we have another massive run up, we could be heading up towards that $1,000 mark for Elrond pretty soon. But I mean, overall, this entry point's looking better and better for Elrond, isn't it? When you look at the market cap, I think it's $4 billion right now, $200. Market cap 4 or 5 billion. I mean, you have to look at what Avalanche, Solana, Near is starting to do it as well. These other layer 1 protocols are all coming in, and they're just. The rotation of capital between them is absolutely crazy, isn't it? And we can see Elrond already with an all-time high of $545, almost $550. I mean, let's just look at how corrected it is from this high here. I really need to stop doing that. Let's just draw this in from the all-time high down to the current price. We're down like 62%. So even if you just, wanted to go back to all-time highs, this is basically a 2x, isn't it? It's actually more like a 3x. When you look at, if we get 2x from here, it's $400, isn't it? So it's almost a 3x from the current price, just to get back to the all-time high for Elrond, a project which is, absolute quality. They're releasing content all the time. They're just about to drop their full ecosystem. We're going to start fleshing out the actual Elrond ecosystem, and you've seen what's happened to Avalanche, to Solana. And, we're starting to see it with Phantom. We're seeing it with Near. These projects, they're launching their ecosystems. Projects are being built on them. People are rotating into them with fresh capital to try and, basically capitalize on those early opportunities in those ecosystems. And you can see, Elrond, it's in that position to do this, isn't it? And we already know it's a quality project. If you look into the fundamentals of Elrond, it's absolutely massive. The sheer amount of speed, affordability of the network, and it's just an incredibly well-made smart contract platform. They've got really good branding, really good marketing. The whole package looks amazing. And when you look at this correction, you have to think, well, this is a really good entry point for Elrond. For example, if AVAX is, $30-40 billion market cap right now, Elrond's at 4 billion. So let's just say Elrond can do a 10x. So $2,000 for Elrond, which is only a 4x of the all-time high, very, very achievable. And you're getting up to $30-40 billion market cap. Solana, Avalanche, I mean, Near's starting to get towards that point. We've got Phantom as well. These are all cryptos that could easily, AVAX and Solana have already done this, and they're probably going to continue to pump throughout the rest of the bull run. And we think, Elrond, considering how good this ecosystem can potentially be and how good the platform is, if it does start to get a good ecosystem going, just like we think Phantom's going to pump, we do think Elrond, it could be looking at a 5 or a 10x easily, in our opinion, just based on those fundamentals. If the TVL starts to skyrocket, obviously the demand for Elrond, and just generally, as we've always said, if the TVL and the ecosystem starts getting used, people get bullish on the token, so they obviously use it as a safe haven, from basically getting out of their degen, ape kind of, new protocols that do launch on these platforms. So overall, we do think Elrond, in terms of fundamentals, it's looking really, really good right now. Obviously, this chart, higher highs and higher lows as far as we're concerned. If this is the low here, we're probably heading up towards a new higher high, aren't we? When the market does get a nice bounce, we do think Bitcoin's, it got horribly overextended to the downside. The bears trying to push it below 40k were obviously wrong. And now the price back up at around 44k, looking like we could potentially be seeing the bottom. And you can see, obviously, Elrond highly correlated to Bitcoin in terms of, the market sentiment right now. We have been rolling over and rolling over. But we do think, Elrond, this is a quality project. And if you like this project for the long term, in our opinion, this is a great entry point. Not financial advice, of course, but we're personally probably going to pick up some Elrond in these areas, just because we do think that 5 or 10x, you know, in 2022 is highly possible. And, you know, who doesn't want a 5 or a 10x? Like, we think this is a, you know, we're not saying this is a safe bet, but we do think, you know, this is a really, really solid project that has a lot of potential. And if it does anything close to what Avalanche, Solana, etc. have done and will continue to do in the bull run, by the way, like, they could easily go to hundreds of billions of dollars of market cap. Like, a 10x for Elrond is, you know, it looks easier and easier, doesn't it, when you think about it like that? So you can see here, if we look at our hourly time frame, that massive swing high up at around $550, that was insane, wasn't it? We come back down, we form our range, we come to the bottom, we come to the top with the swing failure pattern, back inside the range, test the bottom, we come down, and then obviously with the roll in the market, you can see we come down to our next support, pretty much perfectly touching that 0.78 Fibonacci retracement level there. You can see the bullish divergences. You know, it's a Taylor's old time right now. You can actually spot these before they happen pretty much, can't you, as they form. You can see, you know, RSI's coming up, histogram's coming up, price action's coming down, and then you get the bounce off the bottom, don't you? And you can see here, we just zoom in more so you can see what's going on. Over the past, you know, what is this, few days, you know, Bitcoin tries to roll over here. We form our, you know, curved shape bottoming out pattern like this, don't we? And then we get the relief to the upside, looking like we want to be coming back up into this range fairly soon. So Elrond, a quality project, looking really, really strong. Had a massive correction, looking, you know, the entry point's looking pretty damn sweet, isn't it? And I think once people realize there's going to be a lot of FOMO to get back into Elrond, because we've seen how parabolic that it has got before. So we think Elrond, obviously an absolutely quality project in our opinion. You can see quite clearly here, you know, there's key supports and resistances to be targeted. So short-term price prediction, if we roll to the downside here, we've got that big, you know, psychological $200 level. We do think that can be a very key support in the future. And if we have that overextension to the downside, that $180-ish area, for that 0.78, you get the bounce there for sure, in our opinion. I mean, the bottom is looking increasingly likely to be here. So we would say realistically, if we came down one last time, that would be the bottom in our opinion, at least for the short term. And then obviously you can see here, our target to the upside is getting back in this range at $225 and then heading back up through these levels towards the top here at around $300. And then, as we said, I mean, Elrond, it's looking so strong, isn't it? The ecosystem's absolutely incredible. Like, the project itself is absolutely incredible. And if the ecosystem does start to get fleshed out, just like we've seen for many, many layer ones that are starting to pump and do well. I mean, as we said, we do think Elrond easily $1,000. That's only around a 5x from the current price. That would take it to around $20 billion market cap, which is entirely reasonable, considering we've seen AVAX at 40 billion. We've seen Solana at 70 billion. You just think if this does start to get a good amount of adoption, a good amount of ecosystem developing, then we could easily see over $1,000, maybe upwards of that $2,000 level in our opinion. So I'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with 4 videos we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. There are 3 tiers giving you access to our private Discord. Crypto Supporter is available if you just want to help us out a small amount. Crypto Maximalist is our main tier, which gives you access to detailed daily technical analysis and signals, weekly and monthly coin calls, and insights into our personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes it a step further, giving you an insight into our personal portfolio tracker, super low cap gem research, and a 100x portfolio we're constructing and updating, and access to us personally as a resource to discuss your portfolio via Messenger. Make sure to check it out. You can also sign up to our free Telegram and public Discord via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.